morning. Welcome to the Youth Inspires 2023 International Youth Conference on Unlocking Global Opportunities. My name is Tika Kotrunada from SANDINATION Youth Ambassador, and I will be your host for today's event. We have an existing lineup of speakers, panel discussion, and networking opportunities planned for you. As this event is organized by SANDINATION, we would like to welcome you to SANDINATION, a groundbreaking platform dedicated to the development of youth in Indonesia, with the illustrious Mr. Sandiaga Uno, the Minister of Tourism and Creative Economy, Indonesia, as our esteemed founder, along with the visionary leadership of Ms. Reni Fitriani and Ms. Erna Zul. SANDINATION is committed to empowering young individuals and creating a positive impact on their lives. At SANDINATION, we believe in the boundless potential of today's youth. Our platform focuses on 4K activities: encourage, educate, elaborate, and empower. Through this initiative, we strive to provide a nurturing environment when young people can discover their passion, enhance their skill, and unlock their true potential. So, we are gathered here today from different parts of the world to explore and discuss the various opportunities that exist in the global landscape. This conference aims to bring together experts, professionals, and thought leaders from different fields to share their insight and experience. It is a platform for learning, collaboration, and networking. The theme of this conference, Unlocking Global Opportunities, highlights the importance of embracing diversity, innovation, and collaboration to tap into the vast potential that the global markets offers. We will delve into topics such as global entrepreneurial mindset, financial literacy, and social activities. Before we begin, I would like to go over a few housekeeping announcements. Please ensure that you have a stable internet connection throughout the conference. We have scheduled break and networking sessions for you to connect with fellow attendees and speakers through our virtual platform. If you encounter any technical difficulties, please reach out to our technical support team for assistance. So we have an estimate lineup of speakers who will be sharing their expertise and insight with us today. On the first round, we have 3 speakers, and each speaker brings a unique perspective and wealth of knowledge in their respective fields. And let me introduce our speakers. So our first speaker, there will be Ms. Reni from Indonesia, who will be discussing about global entrepreneurial mindset. Ms. Reni Fitriani is a successful female entrepreneur who founded Superkey Group and SANDINATION and is currently serving as its program director. SANDINATION is a global organization that inspires society through its innovative and sustainable art creation. Ms. Reni's leadership and vision have contributed significantly to the success and growth of SANDINATION, making it a well-respected and recognized organization. Her entrepreneurial spirit and dedication to making a positive impact on society have made her an inspiration to many aspiring entrepreneurs, both locally and globally. And for our second speaker, we have Ms. Alice Kate from Kenya, who will be discussing about financial literacy. Ms. Alice Kate is a finance officer with Affecto Foundation from Kenya, who is inspiring. She has a proven track record of managing finance effectively and efficiently, ensuring that the organization resources are maximized to achieve its goals. Ms. Alice is also a strong advocate for women empowerment and economic development and she has been involved in several initiatives aimed at promoting financial literacy and entrepreneurship among women in her community. Her dedication to her work and her commitment to making a positive impact have made her a role model for many aspiring financial professionals. And for our third speaker, we have Mr. Saran Gupta from Nepal, who will discussing about social activities. Recognizing the potential of youth as a catalyst for change, Mr. Saran Gupta actively engaged with young individuals, inspiring and empowering them to become active in participants in their communities. Through workshop, training session, and mentorship program, he motivates young people to take charge of their future and create a better society. And please join me in welcoming our first speaker, Ms. Reni Fitriani from Indonesia, who will be discussing about global entrepreneurial mindset. To the honorable speaker, the floor is yours.
Hello, Dika. Hello, everyone.
Hi, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much for this morning. Yeah, honorable the speakers that are going to share a lot about youth. Yeah, Alice, and then Saran Gupta, and then Abdul, Wolora, and unforgettable speaker, Mr. Sandiaga Uno, that will share to you about youth development, especially to celebrate international Youth Day. Yeah, International Youth Day that's already celebrate around 12th of August 2023. So this is our moment to share to you about the global inspire, global insight to you. We know that the participants are coming from the various countries. So very grateful from us. Yeah, from Gambia, from the Malaysia, from the Singapore and Kenya, and then Bangladesh, Nepal, and other countries joined to this forum. So good morning, distinguished guests, organizers, speakers, and fellow youth. And I'm Reni Fitriani. I'm delighted to have this opportunity to present to you today on the topic of global entrepreneurial mindset, as we know that it is a part of the celebration International Youth Day in 2023. And then it's very crucial to recognize the importance of fostering an entrepreneurial mindset among today's youth to shape a prosperous and sustainable future. So I really want all the participants here can open your camera so we can more communicative and also productive. So we can make this forum be more communicative, yeah. Well, for the operator, would you mind share my slide to the screen? Sorry. Okay. Everyone here, what do you think about the global entrepreneurial mindset? Maybe some of you want to share your insight about what does it mean. You can share via chat box. Yeah. What do you think of a global entrepreneurial mindset? Yeah, I should know about it. Want to try? Nobody? Yeah, next slide. Well, the global entrepreneurial mindset refers to the attitudes, skills, and knowledge that empower young individuals to identify and pursue entrepreneurial opportunities on a global scale. So our forum, it means that we encourage you all to have a global mindset, and then what are the strategies, how to get it, and what are the benefits, why we have to hold the global mindset. So there are some important things that why we have to hold this one, because we know that in a rapidly changing world, fostering a global entrepreneurial mindset among youth is very vital for personal growth, innovation, and economic development. So I would like to share about the key characteristic of a global entrepreneurial mindset. Next slide. Yeah, you can see from here that there are six key characteristics of a global entrepreneurial mindset. The first key is openness to diversity, and the second one is adaptability. The third is risk-taking, and then global awareness, and then persistent and resilience. Yeah. So what is the openness to diversity? Yeah, it means that it's embracing cultural differences and valuing a diverse perspective, and then actively seeking out opportunities to collaborate with people from different backgrounds. Yeah, it is like you, that you are coming from this forum. It means that you are open mind. You are open your mindset to open the different cultures, the different backgrounds, and then you open the different profiles from the various countries and also from the different profile, even though I know that the participants here mostly are coming from the Indonesia person, right? Mostly 80%. So I think it means that you come to this forum, it means that you try to gain the global entrepreneurial mindset. And the second one is adaptability. What is the adaptability? Adaptability means being flexible and resilience in the face of the challenging and uncertainty, and then willingness to learn from values and quickly adapt strategies. And then the second one is risk-taking. Yeah, I know that several persons here, maybe several participants to this forum already become an entrepreneur. Yeah, entrepreneur. But yeah, but maybe haven't go to global mindset, but it is our chance to make up it. So risk taking sometimes we just have for the entrepreneurial, because risk management sometimes is very needed by us, even though we are not an entrepreneurs. But so how to get the global entrepreneur mindset, like in risk taking, it means that, yeah, being willing to step out of one's comfort zone and take calculated risks, and then willingness to experiments, explore new ideas, and learn from experience, innovation, and also creativity. And then the fourth key characteristic is global awareness. Yeah, the global awareness means that the global awareness means that you have the power to be more understood, to be more aware of the diversity in the global changing global background, and then many things. Yeah, because it is very crucial for us to get the global awareness. If we can see from the tolerance, and then we can see from the empathy and our sympathy to the changing situation. And then persistence. What is the persistence? It means, yeah, persistent resilience, having the determination to overcome obstacles, and perseverance in the entrepreneurial journey, and developing a growth mindset and bouncing back from the failures. So yeah, it's your time to be more proud, yeah, to yourself, because everything's coming from your confidence to yourself. Yeah, I know that everyone has a different background, but also everyone have a different potential than you. You must be more confident to get it. So persistent and results coming from your confidence to show up yourself. And then what are the benefits of developing a global entrepreneurial mindset for you? So next slide. Yeah, there are four. Yeah, there are four the benefits of developing a global entrepreneurial mindset for youth. So why? Yeah, what the function, and then why we have to hold the global entrepreneurial mindset. Yeah, the first one is expanded opportunities. What does it mean? Yeah, expanded opportunities mean access to a global network of mentors, investors, and collaborators, and the people coming from around the world. Yeah, it is a part of expanding opportunity. Because why? You can increase your chance. Yeah, because it is your first step to get a success easier. Yeah, access a chance of success in a globalized business landscape. So from this forum, you can learn more about the diversity and also the global mindset and also the global entrepreneurial mindset from the various background speakers. And then the second one is skill development. What does it mean? Yeah, by learning the global entrepreneurial mindset for you, that and then we can develop it. The benefit of it is your skill will be more developed. Yeah, by acquisition of transferable skills such as critical thinking, problem solving, and then communication, and enhance leadership abilities and entrepreneurial competences. So I invite you all to be more active in this forum. So if you have some questions, you can ask to the speakers and then you can give some feedback to elaborate more about the content. Yeah, and then the third one is cultural understanding. What does it mean? The cultural understanding means promotes cross-cultural understanding and empathy, creates opportunities for cultural exchange and collaboration. Yeah, even though we are coming from the different country or we are from the different cities or different languages, it doesn't mean that we lock the opportunity, but it is our time to start opening the communication. So the new chance and then new wealth maybe for us. Yeah, because everything is coming from our mindset, our open mindset. So even though there are different cultures, so we can be more empathy and then sympathy for the diversity itself. And then and the last one is social impact. I know that all of you are coming from the different profiles, but you know that you are very active in some organization, communities, or office, and etc. But I believe that some of you have the social responsibility to give more to the society. It means that it is the social impact. So the social impacts mean the empowering youth to create positive change in their communities in this world, and that encourage ethical and sustainable business practices. So if you join to this forum, it means that you have the social responsibility, and our programs like this one, the Global Inspires International Youth Conference, this one is a part of the social impacts. So next slide. Yeah, their strategy for cultivating the global entrepreneurial mindset among youth. Yeah, maybe some of you are interested in elaborating about this material. Yeah, if you are a part of the organization, the community, or the part of business, so we need some strategies for cultivating this global entrepreneurial mindset for youth and also for growing our business. And the first one is education and training. Yeah, education and training, it means that incorporate entrepreneurship education in school curricula and providing workshop, mentorship program, and internship focus on global entrepreneurship. Yeah, like this for you. Yeah, that is our strategy to encourage you, to educate you, to elaborate you, and the end of this in this event, we can empower each other to to share their insight and then their thoughts to the world. And the second one is exposure to the global experience. Yeah, encouraging participation in international exchange program and then global competition and then the conference and so on. So even though you are limited in the languages, but also but you are brave, yeah, to join in this forum without thinking about your limitation about languages, but you try You try to join, you try to understand what the people say there, even though they are from several languages, but you already got to the next step. Yeah. And the second one is providing opportunities for you to work with international teams and solve global challenging. So it's your time to open the global access, yeah, to try to communicate with them, to knock, and then to knock and then to invite them to collaborate. Yeah, that is the part of the strategy to hold the global entrepreneurial mindset. And then what a strategy is networking and mentoring. Networking and mentoring like this one. I invite Alice, I invite Saran Gupta. They are my friends when I join in the global leadership forum in several countries. So it means that they are networking. Yeah, they are networking. So I invite them to share to you, to Indonesian people, about their thoughts, about their profile, about their country. I know that several countries have a different regulation or policy and culture. So with the networking and mentoring, we have to facilitate connection with successful entrepreneurs, mentors, and industry experts, and then encourage participants in entrepreneurship networks and communities. And then don't forget the last one is supportive ecosystem. Supportive ecosystems is very crucial for developing this this mindset, this global entrepreneur mindset to implement to our organization. Because by establishing entrepreneurship centers and hub that provide resources, funding, and guidance, that is not easy. But if you are strong, if you are willing to conduct it in your country, you can do it. And then create a supportive environment that celebrates entrepreneurial advice and foster collaboration. So the next slide. I think it is our time to say happy International Youth Day for everyone here. And then we know that from developing a global entrepreneurial mindset among youth is crucial for their personal growth and the advancement of the society. And by enhancing diversity, taking risks, and cultivating innovation, young entrepreneurs can make a significant impact on the global scale. So thank you all for your attention, and I look forward to further discussion and collaboration regarding the promotion of a global entrepreneurial mindset. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Rani Fitriani. So, as we move forward with the conference, I encourage you to actively participate, ask questions, and engage in a meaningful discussion. Let's make the most of this opportunity to learn, connect, and unlock the global opportunities together. To the participant who would like to ask a question, please follow the squad lines when asking your question. First, raise your hand, use the design chat or question and answer feature to indicate that you have a question. Second, keep your question and concise and focus on the topic at hand. And third, state your name and affiliation before asking a question. To the all participants, you may ask a question. Ms. Rani Fitriani?
Yeah.
I think before the participant would like ask a question, I would like to elaborate more regarding this topic.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so a global entrepreneurial mindset has a significant implication for individual, organization, and also society as a whole. While it can drive innovation, create new opportunities, and promote economic growth, it is also raised ethical question and concern. So, is there any ethical implication of a global entrepreneurial mindset itself?
Yeah, about the ethical entrepreneurial mindset means that before we continue or jump to the the tight section or the content on the implementation of it, that firstly we have to know about the policy or the regulation at the background of the global itself. Yeah, like we're trying to know more about the changing of the some or several countries, yeah, in Asia or Europe and the other countries, and then we can benchmark, yeah. Then every cultures and every countries have different policy regulation and also the background of society itself, and then it can impact to our entrepreneurship decision, yeah, entrepreneurship decision. So even though we have business or we are willing to open the being an entrepreneur, but before we jump to the international level, so please understand more about the background of the culture, and then the background of the situation of the country itself. Yeah, so when we moving forward to the country, for example, yeah, we are interested in widening our business to the Malaysia, for example, or to the Kenya, or to Gambia, or what else? Or what else? What's the country? Australia and the others. So before doing it, please learn more about the country itself. Yeah. So when we move there, we know about the regulation, their government, and then their system, the ecosystem, the transportation, the technology. So we can learn more about it, and we can gonna get the stuck situation.
All right, thank you for your comprehensive answer, ma'am. I'm well satisfied with that kind of explanation. To the all participant, you may ask a question if you have.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so Muhammad Iqbal Nur Ramadan, you may ask the question.
Uh,
Halo Iqbal.
Halo, halo. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
I want to ask some questions. This is strategic for cultivating a global youth entrepreneurial mindset among youth. This in exposure to global experience provide opportunities for youth to work with international teams and solve global challenge. Ma'am, can you give some what's mean? Can you explain this more detail about this strategic?
The strategies about maybe how we
Provide.
how about the team management when we have the several team coming from different countries, like.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, okay, thank you so much for the question.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first thing that we have to be more understood is yeah, we have to know their profile, yeah, before we continue or jump to the partnership. Yeah, we have to know more about their profiles. Yeah, we know that we now we can search or look for their profiles from the Google or from the some search engine, several search engine that you can find their profile. Yeah, because it's very important when you want to elaborate about the business and then what they have to do. Maybe they have a capital, they have a partners, they have several assets, or they have several ideas, yeah, and etc. Because being a partner with the other countries, so from the participants from the several countries, are not easy. Yeah, we need more about their profile, and then I think we need more time, more time to communicate and chit chat, and not only 1 hour or 2 hours, but also several days until several months, I think. Yeah, because it is not easy being a part of our team. Yeah, maybe like you, yeah, not only from the other countries, but also in the same countries or the similar country. Yeah, it is not easy being a part of our team, your team too. I think it's very selective. Yes, we're very selective. But if you are willing to have the team from the other countries, it means that you have to know about why the reason why do you want to get a partner with the other countries. Yeah, what are the reason, what are your reasons? Yeah, the first is knowing your reasons, and the second one is knowing your objectives. Yeah, and then the third one is profiling is very important, and the fourth one is elaborating more what they have. Yeah, and the last one is trying to understand their culture, their characters, and then their their insight and their life journey, because it is very crucial for us, crucial for you to deciding, especially in the business itself. Okay, thank you.
Thank you for the question, Mr. Muhammad Iqbal. And I would like to say thank you to all the participants for your engaging question, and a special thank you to our speaker for sharing their valuable insight expertise. Unfortunately, we have reached the end of our Q&A session. And if you guys have any further question, please feel free to reach out to our speaker through the provided contact information. We hope that this session has provided clarity and sparked meaningful discussion. And before we conclude this conference, we would like to take a moment to capture this memorable event with a group photo. As we are in a virtual setting, we encourage everyone to turn on their camera and smile for the screenshot. All right. Here are some instructions for the photo session. Please follow them to ensure we get a great shot. Please turn on your camera and make sure your face is visible. Smile and look directly at the camera. We will take a screenshot in 3, 2, 1. Okay, great. Thank you for participating in the photo session. We will share the screenshot with all attendees as a memento of this conference. Thank you to our esteemed speaker, panelists, and participants for joining us today at the Youth Inspires 2023, the International Conference on Unlocking Global Entrepreneurial Mindset. It has been an enlightening and inspiring event, and I hope you have gained valuable insight and perspective on embracing an entrepreneurial mindset in the global landscape. Throughout the first material exposure, we have explored various aspects of unlocking global entrepreneurial opportunities. Here is a summary of the key points discussed regarding the embracing an entrepreneurial mindset. First, the importance of adopting an entrepreneurial mindset to identify and seize the global opportunities. Second, cultivating traits such as creativity, resilience, adaptability, and a growth mindset to navigate the challenge of the global market. Before we proceed, let's take a moment to express our gratitude to Ms. Reni Fitriani for their enlightening presentation. Their insights have set the stage for further exploration of the unlocking global opportunities. Well, ladies and gentlemen, It is now time to hear from our next speaker, who will further enlighten us on the topic of financial literacy. Please join me in welcoming Miss Alice Kidd. Miss Alice Kidd is a renowned expert in financial literacy and has extensive experience as a finance officer with Affecto Foundation from Kenya. Their insight and knowledge will provide a valuable perspective on our theme. As Miss Alice Kidd presents, please feel free to engage by asking questions through the chat or Q&A feature. And we will have a dedicated Q&A session after the presentation to address any queries or talk you may have. Without further ado, I invite Ms. Alice Kidd to take the virtual stage and share their valuable insight with us. Ms. Alice Kidd, the virtual stage is now yours.
Hi, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're fine. Now, my name is Alice Gade from Kenya. And I am a finance officer at Affecto Foundation, and I am so glad to be here. Actually, I'm on transit because we were mentoring the ESAL women in our country on matters climate change and entrepreneurship. And I just had to be here because this is a great opportunity for us to learn together. This is a great opportunity for us to share ideas and grow, because that's the sole purpose of living, growing and rising together. Now, on my topic today, financial literacy, I would like for us to understand what financial literacy is first, because most people think that you have to be having lots of money for you to be financially literate. You have to be a CEO somewhere. You have to be a manager somewhere. You have to be doing big and great things for you to start learning how to manage your money in a smart manner. Yet that's not the case, because financial literacy comes from the knowledge of making money, first of all, the knowledge of spending it, the knowledge of investing it, the knowledge of saving it, the knowledge of borrowing money, and it's simply the knowledge and skills needed to make informed financial decisions. Sorry about that. Yes, making financial decisions, or the skill of making smart decisions concerning monetary things, monetary value. And that is simply what financial literacy is. But how again do we go about this? Because financial literacy seems like a broad word. What exactly does it entail? Now, when you say you're financially literate, are we all together? Okay, thank you. When you say that you're financially literate, it means that you are aware of how to earn your money. You are aware of how to save and invest. You know how to protect your money. You know the various platforms of borrowing money, how to spend borrowed money, and ways of even repaying the debt that you have borrowed. So you have to be knowing how to get the money fast, right from the source until its destination. Do you want it to be more? That is investing. Do you want to purchase something? Do you want to save? So the skills about knowing how to earn in business, as we have had a talk from Miss Rennie on entrepreneurial mindset, that the knowledge of earning or even making networks, the knowledge of saving and investing, the knowledge of protecting your money, and the knowledge of borrowing and even paying off the debt. That is what financial literacy entails. But how again Do you manage your finances? Now, let me give you a brief history about where I work. First of all, I am 20 years old at Affecto Foundation. And before I got out of campus, I did not know how to budget. I did not know how to spend allowances given by my parents, by my jobs here and there, half-time jobs, of course. And that really proved to be difficult for me because you will find that I have money, but I have squandered it, and I did not know the reason why. You will find that I have so much money, and all of a sudden, because of peer pressure, I am buying fancy shoes, I am buying new gadgets, I am going out, I am taking takeout as food. And before learning that there are various methods of saving, there are various methods of prioritizing my needs and my wants, I ended up squandering lots of money, and I only got to realize it later on. Now, being responsible, when I was given an opportunity to be a finance officer at Affecto Foundation, that is why I always say, do not shy away from responsibility. Now, being in charge of finances at a young age, being given the petty cash with so much money, it made me more responsible. It gave me that zeal, it gave me that need to learn how to budget, to track my finances, to group my needs and my wants, to know the difference between needs and wants and what should come first. Because again, there are those things that are important and urgent, and there are those things that are just important and they're not urgent. So what do you start with? Of course, you start with those things that are more important and they are urgent at that particular time. And now, what this taught me is to come up with a monthly money plan. This monthly money plan, I will indicate the expenses whereby I am budgeting. Because I know at the end of the month, I know maybe in a weekly basis, this is what mom is giving me, this is the salary I am getting, these are the allowances I am getting, this is the loan I am getting from the students board, or so, wherever your money is coming from. Make sure you are accounting for it before you get it. Before you get that money, make sure you lay down what exactly you want to do with that money. You structure your monthly budget in first expenses and you indicate, these are my needs. Needs are those things that are important and urgent. You list them down because you know you have to get these things. But wants are things that are important but are not urgent then. You cannot compare getting a house or paying mortgage with getting a new phone. Which one is more urgent? Which one is a need and which one is a want? You will not go ahead into buying designer handbags, designer makeup, and you have school fees to pay. Which one is a need and which one is a want? Make sure you structure your budget expense into needs and want. And again, investments. Most people just invest without knowing their intention of investing. You go there buying stocks, bonds, derivatives, and you're not even sure what exactly you want to do with this money. It's because your friend told you that he got a stock here, and now you want to get a stock here without getting advice from an experienced person, without getting advice from a person who can elaborate better for you on what method of investment
Um, Pardon, I think that Miss Alice have a connection issue here. Maybe she will take several times.
Hello, can you hear me now? I am so sorry. As I mentioned, I am on transit. My flight is actually at 8 a.m. Kenyan time and it's 6:40. So please pardon me. Now, as I was saying, no matter how much you're earning, you have to seclude some of this money into your savings, because it's important for purchases, it's important for precautionary means, and it also builds your self-esteem, because saving is very easy. Saving makes you feel more independent and it makes you feel more ready for uncertainties. Now, but how then do I start? That is slide 8, please. Thank you so much. Page number 8. Yes, thank you. So how again do you start managing your finances? How again do you start channeling your money, channeling your wealth, channeling your allowances, your loans, whatever amount of cash, whatever money you have into the right trajectory? First, you start by tracking your spending. Where does most of your money go? After you identify that, you'll finally be able to analyze, is this worth it? Should my money really be going here? Am I making the right decision? Am I wasting money with transaction charges? Because a while ago, I finally realized that I am spending most of my money through money fund transfer, and that is making me lose a lot of money due to transactional charges. And I asked myself, is this really worth it? So after you track your spending and you identify, is this where my money should be going? Is this where most of my money should be going? After that, you create a realistic monthly budget whereby you can correct if there's something to correct, or you can channel your money in the right trajectory where you want it to go. Now, in this monthly budget, I would like you to remember that discipline is postponed gratification. Sometimes you really want something so bad, even as an adult, you really want to get a car, you want to buy a house already, but again, the finances that you have, do they allow you? Are you aware of how to borrow and how to spend that borrowed money and how to repay that debt? Is there anyone to guide you on how to do that? Are you sticking to your budget plan? Again, I had mentioned you build up on your savings, whether long-term or whether short-term. Kindly build up on your savings and pay bills on time. Now, allow me to give you a little background here. At some point, I used to pay my rent way over time, like way past the deadline, and I would end up getting penalties. Now, those penalties will make me spend even more than what I was supposed to. And I realized that I am actually wasting money by not paying my bills on time because I am getting penalties. So in the budget, please make sure that you indicate the bills you're supposed to pay, and please pay them on time, because sometimes lack of discipline costs us a lot than we may realize. Again, start an investment strategy as early and as small. It doesn't really matter. Just identify your investment goal. And how do you get to know this? Get a mentor. You can't be financially literate in a night. I am also learning. I can't say that I am there. Each day, each time, we are all getting to know of better things. We're all getting to network. We're all getting to exchange information here and there. And I learned from Indonesia. I learned from Thailand, from the people of Dubai. And I can't say that I can be rigid because I have to stay open-minded for me to be able to enhance my ways of managing money or interacting with people. So please make sure you get a mentor. Please make sure you get someone who will guide you into how you're supposed to manage your finances. Somebody who will advise you in the best investment, in the best saving method, in the best budgeting method, in the best whatever type of method whatever type of investments you want to do, whatever type of budget or whatever, how much you make, it doesn't really matter. But please make sure you have somebody who is there to constantly guide you. Well, of course, and if you can't get somebody, next slide, please. Thank you. If you're not in a position to get someone to guide you, I have some book recommendations here that have really guided me. We have The Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I know most of you have heard about it, by Robert. That's a really good book because it's a book that shows you in a storyline of how to go about smart money spending and making, and your attitude towards money, first of all. We have that. We also have The Smart Money Woman. This book is written by a Nigerian author. We also have The Smart Money Tribe. It's written by the same person, Aris. And then we have The Psychology of Money by Morgan. Now, if you're not able to get a mentor, or even if you're able to get a mentor and you have time to read these books, trust me, they are quite interesting books. You can, and if you don't also have time to read the entire book, we have some tips online. You can just Google a summary or the key pointers that come from these books. But generally, if you love reading, you'll be more knowledgeous. If you're more knowledgeable, then you can conquer anything, because we say knowledge is power. Next slide, please. Now, my key takeaways are these. Spend less than you earn. Spend less than you earn, and this comes in the place of budgeting. Make sure your expenses are not more than even 50% of what you're earning, if it is possible. Of course, there are those cases that you really have so much, but please spend less than you earn, and then start as soon as possible. Whether you want to start saving, whether you want to start investing, the time is now. It's not tomorrow. It's not when you know more. Just reach out to a person, reach out to that bank, reach out to whatever institution you have. Just start, because the more you postpone, the more time you are letting go away, the more deals you are letting pass by. And when you start learning at an early age, then you will have room to correct maybe mistakes you have made, so that when you are 30, when you are 25, when you are 40, when you are 50, or when you are 60, you'll be knowing better. So the earlier you start, the better. And again, enjoy the journey. You cannot be making so much money and you are not appreciating yourself. As much as this financial literacy makes you feel like you're constrained, it should not seem that way. It should not seem that way. You're also supposed to enjoy the journey by doing what you love, by getting yourselves something that you love. Next slide, please. That was my presentation today. I hope you have learned something, as I also learned from you. And in case you want to reach out, please reach out through those emails. Once again, my name is Alice from Kenya. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Miss Alice, for your explanation. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have now reached the Q&A session of our conference. And this is an opportunity for you to ask questions and engage in a discussion with our esteemed speaker. And as we know that here in the chat box, there are already 2 questions, Miss Alice. The first one is from Miss Siti Amira. I have started to be aware of financial management since college because all expenses and income have to be managed by myself, starting from separating saving into several parts, for example, education saving, emergency funds, needs, and investment. However, how to make some parts of the money become more developed? Do I have to invest all the funds? All right. Thank you, Miss Siti Amira, for your question. No, I will pass the question to the speaker to provide the insight and response.
Okay. Thank you so much. Well, it's pretty awesome that you are able to manage or seclude your funds into different types of saving. I am really proud of you. Now, you don't have to channel all your money into investment. No, actually, that is not even wise. Uh, just as I had mentioned, after you budget, of course, with your expenses, there's the money that goes to saving and there's one that goes to investment. There are different types of saving. Now, you can save for you to purchase later, you can save for precautionary means, and then you can save just to invest. And you can't save all your money, you can't take all your savings into investments. You have to channel just an amount of it, a percentage of it. It's not advisable to channel all your money into investments because, again, investment is a risk. That is why I mentioned that you really have to get a mentor, a person who will guide you into knowing the best method of investments that are aligning with your intention. Why do you want to invest, first of all? What are you hoping to gain from that? Now, once you know that, you know someone who can explain and advise you on the best investment method. After you know that, how do you start? How small can you start? What are the risks here? What are the gains and benefits here? Then you can be able to make a sane and informed decision about that. But personally, I wouldn't invest all my savings because, again, I want to be able to save to purchase. I want to be able to save for precautionary means, and I want to be able to save for investment. That's all I have.
All right. Thank you, Miss Alice. And I hope that it will satisfy the question from Miss Siti Amira. And then the next one, we got a question from Mr. Newton Su. The question is, what to consider when making financial decision which is crucial and important? For example, you want to starting a startup or start investing in stock market or cryptocurrency. All right, thank you, Mr. Newton Su, for your question. Now I will pass the question to Miss Alice to provide their insights and response.
As I had mentioned, first you need to be knowing what is your intention. What is your intention of investing? Why do you want to go to stocks? Because if you want to go to stocks and you want to go to cryptocurrency, first look at this. Which one are you more familiar with? Which one, and again, which one has more risks? Because like most people go to stock market trading, but those who are aware of cryptocurrency and the future of these currencies, because the future lies in all these currencies, the cryptocurrency and the like. But as stock market, the equity market, of course, or share market, are you in that position whereby you can get buyers and sellers of the stock? Are you interested in a particular business whereby you want to buy a stock there? Are you passionate about that business? Are you aware? As I had mentioned, please, I wouldn't like sit down and advise you, please go the cryptocurrency way. No, I will not advise you that. I will not tell you what to do. I will only tell you what aligns to your intention. Do you want to own part of a business? If you want to, then get into stock market. If you're not interested in that, then of course go the cryptocurrency way. First of all, get information on what you want. What do you want first? What are your aims? What are your goals? After you know that, then you will be able to make a right decision, because there is no wrong investment method. There's no wrong investment method. It just depends on your intention.
All right. Thank you, Miss Alice, for your comprehensive explanation. And since we still have around 4 minutes for this question and answer session, I would like to deliver this question to the last for Mr. Rahul Kaur. The question is, how can we know where should we invest for the better benefits? Okay, I will pass the question to Miss Alice. The floor is yours.
Please come again.
Oh, so the
Please
question
read. Yeah.
plus the question is, how can we know where should we invest for better benefits? Pardon, ma'am. I think you still mute yours.
Sorry, I am so sorry. Yeah. As I was mentioning, sometimes the platforms that we have like Google don't give updated information on when is the best time to buy stock for this particular thing, when its currency is high for this place. And I would suggest you get a person from that particular field that you want to invest in, because research is everything. You will first Google, get to know when these global markets have best rates for you to get bonds, for you to get stocks. When you're finally aware of what it entails, now consult another person who is well familiar and in that field, for you to be able to know when is the right time. When is the right time to buy and sell stock? When is the right time for you to get bonds? As much as you ask, you also research. You research. And because YouTube is there, because Google is there, you research first, then you consult.
All right. Thank you, Miss Alice, for this session. And I would like to say thank you to all the participants for your engaging question. Unfortunately, we have reached the end of our question and answer session. And if you guys have any further question, please feel free to reach out to our speaker through the provided contact information. We hope that this session has provided clarity and sparked meaningful discussion. And before we conclude this conference, we would like to take a moment to capture this memorable event with a group photo. As we are in a virtual setting, we encourage everyone to turn on their camera and smile for the screenshot. Okay, so here are some instructions for the photo session. Please follow them to ensure we get a great shot. Please turn on your camera and make sure your face is visible. Smile and look directly at the camera. We will take a screenshot in 3, 2, 1. Okay. One more. 3, 2, 1. Great. Thank you for participating in the photo session. We will share the screenshot with all attendees as a memento of this conference. And thank you to our esteemed speaker, panelists, and participants for joining today at the Youth Inspires 2023, the International Conference on Financial Literacy. It has been an enlightening inspiring even and how the global significance of financial literacy and its implication for of the key point discussed. The first one is regarding the importance of financial literacy. Financial literacy is a crucial in today's global economic era and enabling individuals to make informed financial decisions. And it is an integral part of economic progress and social cohesion. And of prevalent work in equity and a long-term financial decision. And improving financial literacy is essential for individuals and society to make sound financial choices and avoid the financial vulnerabilities. So as we conclude this conference, I encourage you to continue promoting financial literacy as your personal and professional lives. By enhancing your financial knowledge and skill, you can make informed decisions, plan for the future, and contribute to economic progress. Thank you once again for your active participation and valuable contribution. We hope this conference has deepened your understanding of financial literacy and its importance in the global economy. Let us continue working together to unlock the financial opportunities and create a financial literate world. Okay. Before we proceed to the next speaker, let's take a moment to express our gratitude to Miss Alice Keddy for their enlightening presentation. Their insights have set the stage for further exploration of the financial literacy itself. And ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to hear from our next speaker, who will further enlighten us on the topic of social activities. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Saran Gupta. Mr. Saran Gupta actively engaged with young individuals, inspiring and empowering them to become active participants in their communities. Their insight and knowledge will provide valuable perspective on our team.
Hello, thank you for having me here. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone, all the participants. Thank you for having me here again. I wish everyone a belated Happy International Youth Day to all the youths. So, as you all know, I am Saran Gupta and I'm Nepal's youngest social activist. I have been awarded as 2 international awards and 5 national awards of my own countries. I have been working in this social field since 7 years when I was just 11-year-old. So I want to ask some youths, like, what is social activism? Can anyone please help me with this? So social activism is working within other people to bring about a change in society as well as in country. The word social refers to society as well, as we all know. So how can a youth become a social activist? To be involved in social activities, young people can participate in various community programs, event with the friends and the group of friends you have. These events and these programs will help you guys also to join and make great public relation with peoples. Sorry, I'm not able to open my camera because of my background problem. My camera has just broke right now. Social workers are the individual who work towards the betterment of society to bring positive changes. So I have been working in this field since 7 years. The growing point of my life and the growing point of my own organization was a corona pandemic. As we all know, pandemic was a really serious issue in the society as well as in the whole world. At that time, we and my team worked for the society, worked for the people who are really in a problem or in a trouble. We started an a safe isolation center in our country with for like because our government wasn't able to make it properly. We started serving foods, we started serving ration items, we started serving groceries, medicine, distributed all the required things to all the needy people. We even started distributing food to all the people who all the daily wagers who was sleeping with their empty stomach, the people who was not able to feed their child as well. We started feeding them. After that we came to know, we at that time we were growing, and the people of my country, of my society, started loving me and my organization and my team. So people suggested me that hunger crisis is one of the biggest problem in our society. Due to the hunger crisis, approximately 5 out of 10 people die every day in Nepal because of hunger. So because of this, we started a project called Roti Bank. Roti Bank, a food bank company. It's like a project. We started distributing food every night to the people who sleep with a empty stomach every day. And because of this, uh, people who were not able to have the food, we are there to provide them food at least of a one time every day. So our team started working for this since 2 years. Our project is being running out, and we started working on it. Our organization also does so many great works, like in healthy departments, in environment works, in the cleaning programs, in the volunteer program, in and as well as youth inspirational programs as well, to motivate youths in several works. And by working all these, I already mentioned I recognized as 5 national awards of my own country, and I have been awarded as Global Youth Leadership Award from Thailand, where I met our ma'am, Miss Rainey. And that was a great point of making a public relation and as well as a network with ma'am. Thank you so much for having me here. Again, I got an award of inspiring youths from Malaysia. So these 2 international awards have given me a great opportunity in life to work more properly in this world. Thank you so much. This is what I was.
All right, thank you for your briefly explanation, Mr. Saran Gupta. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have now reached the question and answer session of our conference. And this is an opportunity for you to ask a question and engage in a discussion with our esteemed speaker. To ensure a smooth and organized session, please follow the squad lines while asking the question. First, raise your hand or use the chat box or question and answer feature to indicate that you have a question. And second, keep your question concise and focus on the topic at hand. And third, state your name and affiliation before asking your question. To the all participants, you may ask the question.
As you all guys know, Nepal is really backward as compared to other countries in the global change and to work for the society or for the betterment. Our government even can't work properly here. So if you guys can support us, if you guys can help us, please feel free to contact us.
Okay, but before we close this session, Mr. Saran Gupta, I would like to maybe ask a question directly to you.
Yes,
Maybe the question is about what do you think and how can the social activism create change in society, and maybe how can the individuals get involved in a social activism?
Exactly. Social activism really opens, it exactly opens the eyes of our government. The people are who are the social activists. They work what government can't work. They literally help government to open their eyes and to understand what they are lacking behind to work. This is what social activist does.
All right. Thank you for your answer, Mister. Then the next one, we have a question from Rahul Kau. The question is, what are the challenge you face while working?
Challenges, there are so many challenges
Thank
I faced while
you
working.
for your question. Now I will.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, now you are.
Okay, thank you. So the challenges I faced while working for the society, I even face challenges right now and might be facing in future as well. Challenges are always make for our to make us strong. So there are so many challenges we face while working for the society because we are the social activists who work not by their own money, but they take donations, they take money from other people's, and they work for society. So people may have doubt, like, is that person is using that money, or is that person is utilizing that money in a great place or a good place? So these are the challenges we youths face right now.
All right. Thank you for the answer, Mr. Saran Gupta, and I hope that it will satisfy the Rahul Kau question. And then we move to the next question is from Aldila. The question is, do we need a special skills to be part of social activism? To the speaker, the floor is yours.
Actually, I don't think we need a special skill. It's just a feeling to work for our country, to work and to do something good for our society, our community. We must have a good feeling to give a positive change in the society. We can work for our society. It doesn't ask for any special skills. Just you must have a feeling towards and the love towards your country, and you can start working. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for the question. I think this has become the last question for this session. I would like to say thank you to all the participants for your engaging question. And a special thank you to our speaker for sharing their valuable insight and expertise. Unfortunately, we have reached the end of our question and answer session. And if you guys have any further question, please feel free to reach out to our speaker with the provided contact information. To Mr. Saran Gupta, you may give your contact in a chat box. So
Okay, sure.
this session has provided clarity and sparked meaningful discussion.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Okay. And before we conclude this conference, we would like to take a moment to capture this memorable event with a group photo as we are in a virtual setting. We encourage everyone to turn on their camera and smile for the screenshot. Okay, here are some instructions for the photo session. Please follow them to ensure we get the great shot. Please turn on your camera and make sure your face is visible. Smile and look directly at the camera. We will take a screenshot in 3, 2, 1. All right. One more. 3, 2, 1. Great. Thank you for participating in the photo session. We will share the screenshot with all attendees as a memento of this conference. Thank you to all our esteemed speaker, panelists, and participants for joining us today at the 2023 Online International Conference on Social Activities. It has been enlightening and inspiring event, and I hope you have gained valuable insight and perspective on the importance of the social activities in fostering collaboration and innovation. Throughout the conference, we have explored various aspects of the social activities and their implication for individuals and society. Here's the summary of the key points discussed. The first, social activities play a crucial role in fostering collaboration, innovation, and creativity. They provide opportunity for individuals to connect, network, and build relationships. And social activities can contribute to personal and professional growth, exchanging skill and knowledge. They can have a numerous benefits such as improving mental health, reducing stress, and enhancing well-being. And social activities can foster a sense of belonging and community, promoting social cohesion and inclusivity. As we conclude this session of conference, I encourage you to continue engaging in social activities and fostering collaboration and innovation in your personal and professional life. Remember that social activities are not just means of entertainment, but also a way to enhance your well-being and contribute to society. Thank you once again for your active participation and valuable contribution. We hope this conference has deepened your understanding of social activities and their importance in fostering collaboration and innovation. Let us continue working together to unlock social opportunities and create a more connected and inclusive world. And throughout the conference, we explore various topics related to unlocking global opportunity, including international business, cross-cultural communication, emerging market, global threats, and we already heard from expert throughout leaders from different fields who shared their experience and insight. Okay, so once again, we would like to say thank you to all our speaker, panelists, and attendees for making this conference a success. You have enjoyed the conference and gained valuable insight. As the first session has ended, it is now time to introduce our next host who will be taking over the proceeding. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Nanda Jabar as the host for the second round off. We look forward to seeing you again in the next session. Without further ado, I invite Mr. Nanda Jabar to take the virtual stage and share their valuable insight with us. Mr. Nanda Jabar, the virtual stage is yours now.
Okay, perfect. Hello, everyone. Good morning and good afternoon. First of all, thank you so much, Dika, for a very great job in moderate this first session. We have listened, and maybe some of us already take some notes about entrepreneurial mindset, financial literacy, and social activities in the first session. Hi there, I'm Nanda, SANDINATION Youth Ambassador 2023, and I will be your moderator for this second group of session. Again, welcome to the International Youth Conference 2023 organized by SANDINATION. In this session, we will have three super speakers that will give us a huge awareness in the global perspective about unlocking potential, low literacy, and spirit to be the agent of change. Please keep the room always conducive for today's session, and let's work together to make this event a safe and inclusive space for everyone here. Anyway, before we start, can I hear some notes from you guys in the chat box from where you are coming in? In the previous time, I get mentioned that we are come from different country, from Kenya, Somalia, maybe Malaysia, Bangladesh, and of course Indonesia. Can you please type in the chat box if you come from another country and not yet mentioned? Anyway, who is here waiting for Mr. Sandiaga Uno? Can you please type in the chat box or give some emoticon reaction so I cannot talk alone here? Anyone here waiting for Mr. Sandiaga Uno? Okay, perfect. Only one. If there is another person waiting for Mr. Sandiaga Uno. Okay, perfect. And also please mention if you come from another country outside of Indonesia or a country that I mentioned before, also please type in the chat box. Okay. Mr. Sandiaga Uno is a successful businessman who co-founded Satoraga Capital, one of Indonesia's leading investment company. Prior to his appointment as a minister, he was the vice governor of Jakarta, where he implemented various programs to improve the city's economy and infrastructure. Now, your writing is paid off. We have Mr. Sandiaga Uno as keynote speaker, and he will talking about unlocking global opportunities. But unfortunately, Mr. Sandiaga Uno cannot be present interactively here, but he has made a special video message for us. The team, please play the speech of Mr. Sandiaga Uno, current Minister of Tourism and Creative Economy in Indonesia.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, and in particular, especially the dynamic youth from around the world. As the Minister of Tourism and Creative Economy of Indonesia and founder and advisory board of member of SANDINATION, I am deeply honored to address the SANDINATION International Youth Conference. This platform epitomizes the potential of youth in shaping a radiant future. Today we acknowledge that the prowess of a nation is intertwined with its youth, a force propelling greatness. Our contemporary world transcend borders, redefining triumph. Thus, I implore each of you to channel your dreams, aspirations, and creativity. Embrace change, value diversity, and seize opportunities unfalteringly. To my young visionaries, encourage you to foster a generation that is not afraid to venture beyond their comfort zones, to explore uncharted territories, and to embrace the unknown. So, as we embark on this International Youth Conference, let us forge connections, share knowledge, and inspire one another. Together, we shall unlock boundless possibilities, forging a future that gleams with inclusivity and potential. Thank you. May this conference kindly a fresh epoch of global youth collaborations and empowerment.
Okay, please give applause for Bapak Sandiaga Uno. Thank you so much anyway. As such a great speech that we was here from Bapak Sandiaga Uno, which remind us to always curious and try to maximize our potential in the purpose of compete and collaborate in the global community. Hope in the future we can directly talk with Mr. Sandiaga Uno interactively. Okay, yeah. Before we continue to the next session, we have one speaker again here. I would like to remind us we will have a Q&A session in the end of each session. So please keep your notes in your hand and ask your questions later. Now, we will have youth activist from Somalia. He is Mr. Abdul Kabir Abdirrahman Mohammed. He engages in motivational speaking engagement, sharing his personal experience and story resilience, hope, and determination. Through his speech, he encouraged young people to believe in their abilities and become catalysts for change. Hi, Mr. Abdul Qadir, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. Thank you so
perfect.
much.
Yeah. How are you today anyway?
Yeah, I'm very good. Thanks so much. And hi to everybody here. And a very warm greeting to you from Mogadishu, the capital city of Somalia. I'm super excited to be here for this International Youth Day. And I would talk about a topic, agent of change. So I'm glad to be here.
Yep. Thank you so much, Mr. Abdul Qadir. Cannot wait to hear and know your perspective about the agent of change story. Without further ado, let's get started with our speaker. Please give a warm welcome to Mr. Abdul Qadir Mohammed. The space is yours.
Thanks so much. Let me share my screen. So I hope everyone can see my screen, right?
Yep, it's visible.
All right, thank you. Yeah, again, my name is Abdul Qadir Mohammed. I'm a youth activist based in Mogadishu, Somalia. So today, for this great and amazing day, I'm going to talk about the topic agent of change. So if I take you through to my presentation, actually, the topic that I'm going to discuss is very, very important and very key for the young generation globally, wherever they are. And we will talk about more on what exactly agent of change is, because we have to define exactly this word more specifically. And also we will further talk about importance of change, examples of change, agents of change, steps to becoming an agent of change, tools and resources, overcoming challenges, and also finally the conclusion of my presentation. So yeah, I know everybody here wants to make change and wants to be an agent of change, which is very crucial. But you have to be exactly equipped with all the necessary guidance to be an agent of change, because it's not very easy. There is a lot of things that you want to be very aware of as a young person. And actually, if we define exactly how this word is, an agent of change is an individual who actively takes initiatives and also influences and also skills. You have to have the skills and resources to bring out positive transformation in various aspects of society, because you have to have the right skills, you have to be very influential, and then you have to have the resources. And we can also define an agent of change as a catalyst for progress, challenging the status of the status quo, and also working improving the circumstances, systems, or attitudes for betterment of communities in even a larger scale. And in some point, agent of change is a person who exhibits qualities such as vision, leadership, resilience, commitment, and social justice. Because as agent of change person, you have to have the qualities, you have to have vision and also leadership skills, so that you can reach your goals and also make changes. And of course, here the reason why we have said why we need the change is that change is very good, because everybody needs change, especially when you want to grow in your society, when you want to develop, maybe make progress in your organization. You have to have change, and then change should come. And I'm going to share with you some key reasons highlighting significance of change here. The person who's going to be agent of change should have adaptation and also resilience, because you cannot skip, or maybe you cannot just stop doing the thing, because you have to have the resilience, you have to be adaptability person, and then you have to thrive in dynamic environment, because there should be a lot of challenges that will come on your way as you're going to be an agent of change, or as you want to make a change actually. And also the other important, the importance of change is innovation and creativity. Change we all know that change forces innovation and creativity. As long as change comes, there is innovation that is on the way. There is creativity because you are changing something that has been there for a long time. So you're coming up with something very innovative and also very important. The reason why change is also important is that it's vital for continuous improvement and growth, because nobody wants to be in the same place for a long period of time. Nobody wants to be at the same stage, because we are all aspiring for change. So we need improvement, we need growth. So change can give us continuous improvement to change from where we are to where we want to be. And also there is social progress. Change plays a pivotal role in driving social progress. If you want to address an issue, we have to change things. We have to change systems. We have to change the way things has been done before. And also it addresses the societal issues, because in our communities, there is a lot of challenges. There's a lot of things going on in everywhere. For example, in Somalia at the moment, as a young people, we are really struggling. We are in the midst of two problems. Our government is not giving the opportunity, to thrive, to be in the system, politically, economically, and in all kind of platforms. In another way, in our country, we have terrorism, who is really using the young people in the war, in the fightings. They are dying up in the front lines, where the government is fighting against the terrorism, and the government is not providing youth the opportunities. So as a young people, this is why change is very important for us. We have to change how things are going on at the moment from my country perspective. What are the examples and also examples of agents of change? Because we are all youth, we are aware of what's going on, in the world, and actually this is very key. Yeah, this is very key because here are some examples of youth who have acted as agents of change globally. I know there are too many, but if I take the two most influential and the two most impactful young people who made change in the world are Malala Yousaf. We all know Malala, where she is and who she is and what she did in the global news. Malala became a prominent advocate for girls' education and women's rights after surviving an assassination attempted by the Taliban. She started advocating for education at a young age in Pakistan, and has since become a global symbol of youth activism. Malala is a very young person. She inspired to change things that has not been going well. She was almost died. She was almost going to lose her life in the midst of that change. But we all know how she thrived later on, how she became a very well-known agent of change, a very young, committed, and also very good person who advocated for the young people, for the young girls to go to school, to learn, and also, and now she's a symbol of youth activism. The other person that we can say and also take as an example of agent of change is Greta Thunberg. We know where Greta is. She's a Swedish young girl. She gained an international recognition for her climate activism. Starting with her school, Trackies for Climate Action. She also inspired millions of young people worldwide to join the Fridays for Future movement. That is a movement she organized, demanding urgent action to combat climate change. We know how climate change is affecting globally. I'm sure every country has been affected by climate change. So Greta is a young example of change, who wants to change something, who wants to advocate for climate change, who is in everywhere. So as a young people, we can be agents of change if we want to thrive. So these are the examples. These are our motivators. These are the examples of people where we can say, yes, let's go, let's aim, let's become like Malala, let's become like Greta, let's change things how they're going now. And also, we all know everybody have to have steps to do things, and it has to be very well structured. So steps to becoming an agent of change. it's very good. You have to be aware of what kind of steps you want to take if you want to change things. You know, you have to categorize things like from this step to this step to this step. So becoming an agent of change involves a deliberate and proactive approach. Here are some steps you can take to become an agent of change. Actually, the person needs to identify the passion and purpose, because you have to have passion and purpose for what you want to do. Reflect on the causes or issues that you are passionate about. If you are passionate about youth activism, if you are passionate about something else, and then you have to have purpose. And also you have to educate yourself. You have to gain knowledge and understanding about the issue you care about, because you cannot talk about something that you don't have, any education about it. You cannot talk about something that you don't have in-depth analysis or maybe a very good knowledge on that thing. And also to become an agent of change, you have to set clear goals. You need to define specific and achievable goals that align with your passion and purpose. Okay, you have to write down your goals in somewhere. You have to say, yeah, this is the step, this is the goal I want to achieve. So, and also your goals should be measurable and achievable. You don't need to come up with unrealistic goals that cannot be achieved. And also, you have to take actions. Because if you say like I want to be an agent of change and I'm not going to act, I don't know how that can be possible. So you have to act on. You have to take actions. You have to take all the necessary actions to achieve the change. So you have to take concrete steps to initiate change. This can involve organizing events, raising awareness through social media, volunteering for relevant organizations, writing articles or blogs, or engaging in direct advocacy. Because we are in this modern technology world at the moment where we can utilize every opportunity. So you can take your actions through different platforms. You can raise awareness. You can tap into social media platforms and then start what you want to advocate or what you want to change. You can also volunteer in organizations that are in line with your goals so that you can achieve your objectives. You can write articles and then publish in different platforms. Yes, we also need tools and resources. So as an agent of change, there are several tools and resources available to support your journey and amplify your impact. So there are too many, but here are some of the examples I can share with you now. Tools and resources can be included online platforms and social media. These are available tools and resources where we can use to be an agent of change. You can utilize these platforms. You can utilize online platforms and social media to raise awareness, share your message, and also mobilize others. You can also use this opportunity to organize other colleagues who are in the same minded, and then you can achieve collectively. The other tools and resources that can be used include networking and collaboration. You have to be connected with the organizations that are in line with your vision, activists and influencers working in your field of interest. So you have to find these people so that you can achieve your objectives. You have to look people who are in line with your objectives, and then you can connect with them, and then you can achieve as a team as well. Tools and resources also include this advocacy and campaign tools. Utilize advocacy and campaign tools such as change.organization. These are the kind of that you can use. Care2 or Amnesty International's Right for Human Rights platform is to create petition, mobilize supporters, and also engage in advocacy campaigns. If you are advocating for something to be changed, like human rights, you can engage with Amnesty International or maybe the Human Rights Watch, so that you can also advocate for changing this rule, this law maybe. And also the tools include is grantees and funding opportunities. Stay updated on grantees and funding opportunities for youth-led initiatives. Because as a young person, if you want to change something, if you want to achieve something, you have to be aware of what is going on in your surroundings. You have to be aware of where you can get the grants and fund related to your changing goal or what you want to change. And then this will help you to achieve your initiatives. Yes, we are aware that everything has challenges and obstacles because there is no smooth road everywhere. So you also need to be aware of how to come up with challenges, how to overcome the challenge that will come on your way as you progress on your change journey. So, and this is very integral part of becoming an agent of change. So these are the 4 strategies that can help you overcome challenges. So if there is a challenge, you have to adopt a positive mindset. Just don't think about the negativity. Say, yes, I can change this. I can come up with strategies that I can change this challenge, or maybe that I can come up with. Adopt a positive mindset can help you maintain a positive and optimistic attitude towards challenges. And also, you can come up with the challenges. You have to set realistic expectations. Recognize that change takes time and that challenges are a normal part of the process. Because you have to also take like, okay, yeah, if there is a challenge, just admit that it's also part of the journey. It's part of the process because things are making on the way and the challenge is also part of the progress. So if there is a challenge, you also need to seek support from other people. We know like everybody is not 100%, can handle everything that comes along his way. So you have to find some motivators, some inspirers who will help you. So don't hesitate to reach out for support. We all need support and everybody needs support. So, and also you need to surround yourself with a network of like-minded individuals, mentors, or experts who can provide guidance and advice. You can also overcome challenges if you stay persistent. So you need to stay persistent because persistence is key when facing challenges. If you don't have persistence, you will lost in the middle of the process. So you have to stay persistent all the time. And also you have to keep working towards your goals, even if progress is slow or obstacles arise. Yes, finally, we are in the conclusion of my topic. So, and I will like to conclude by saying, youth have the incredible power to be agents of change everywhere in the world and shape a better future. We have seen a number of examples of young individuals who have made significant impact in their communities and beyond. By following the steps outlined and embracing the strategies to overcome challenges, I'm sure young people can become effective agents of change. And also identifying passions, education, setting clear goals, building networks, taking action, and leading by example are all crucial steps in this journey, in the journey of being an agent of change. And it's also important to remember that change doesn't happen overnight and that setbacks and challenges are inevitable all the time. However, with a positive mindset, support from others, and a commitment to learning and growth, young agents of change can overcome obstacles and drive meaningful transformation. So thank you so much. And that is the end of my topic. Over to the moderator.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Abdul Qadir, for a great presentation. And we learned a lot from your sharing here. And again, this is the Q&A session, guys. You can raise your hand and we can talk directly with Mr. Abdul Qadir here. Or if you're a little bit shy, you can type your question in the chat box and I will put your question and ask to Mr. Abdul Qadir. But while waiting the audience to give his perspective or questions, I would like to talk a little bit with you, Mr. Abdul Qadir. You have mentioned before in your slides, like when we are when we are stepping to take action, we have to set up the goals. But maybe some of us, youth like us, also have considered how to set up the right goals. What kind of topics that we want to start to make a change. If you can please elaborate some there, how to set up the goals, like what is the purpose, and then what kind of topics that I have choose first to step up, please.
All right, thank you so much. Yeah, it's my pleasure to get such question. And of course, yeah, everybody, yeah, you have to, because if you want to make a journey and then you don't know where you want to go, it's really quite complicated. So you have to have clear goals, like you have to start from where you want to start your journey and then where you want to end it. For example, if I want to change, let me just get an example from my own country. There was this time where we wanted to raise awareness on the young generation not to join the terrorism. Because as you all know, in our country, we have a terrorism, even a very bad one that has been here for a long time. So we said, okay, how can we mobilize the young people not to join the army, in the tourists, and then like so that they can go to school, they can change their lives, they can join universities. So we said, okay, in the first place, we have organized events for the young people. So we made contributions and then we organized events. We called like for almost 200 young people to come and join the event. So in the event, and then we also organized the young, the intellectuals and also the professionals, those who have a very key influence in the community to also come and talk to the people. And then later on, we also moved to the government. Okay, we said, okay, we raise awareness. We talk to the young people not to join the terrorism. So the government should come up with a strategy to also make busy these young people, to give them jobs, to give them free education so that they can inspire and change their life. So we set categories. We set steps on how we want to achieve that goal. So first, we call the young people, organize event, we raise awareness, we use all different platforms, the radios, the TVs. We also publish messages, and then like that's how it progressed our objective, and then we finally achieve to change the mindset of the young people, almost 200 young people in our country, not to join the terrorists. And finally, our final goal was to save their lives, because if they join the troops, if they join the extremism, they will take guns, and then they will die in the front lines, and then they will lose their life. So we say like, okay, our final goal is to save these young people, and they are 15 to 20 years old. Like the young people of our country. And then for Somalia, we have 75% youth rate in our country. So we have the highest population of young people, I think, in Africa. So, but we are not making use this opportunity. We are killing our young people. We are not educating them. They are dying in the fighting. They are dying in the ocean, in the seas, while they are migrating from their countries to other countries. So yeah, that's what I wanted. That is the kind of example I want to share with you. Thank you.
Yep. It's a very great answer, to be honest, Mr. Abdul Qadir. I can imagine what you are trying to say, the problems are there. Hopefully, your chance, or maybe other people's chance in Somalia, to tackle that problem coming to the truth. Then, if again, if the audience, do you have any questions, please type in the chat box or raise your hand. While waiting, I will continue my question. That hopefully this also audience questions. My question is, we jump to the how to set the goals. Maybe some of us also wonder how we can see the problems in our area, in our society, and in our community. Sometimes other people like saying this is the problem, but us we cannot see this as a problem because I mean we have things so much. Then my questions is how we can aware that in our area, in our community, or in our social, we have problems out there. How we can identifying or mention the problems that we can solve, maybe. Please, Mr.
All right,
Abdul Qadir.
Yeah, thank you so much. This is also another great question. If you want to be aware of what is going on in your community, you have to engage with them. You have to sit with them. You have to be aware of, and then you can talk to the community. You can organize community gatherings, so that where you can listen to what everybody is saying, where like if people come together in Somalia, we have a tradition like we say, okay, let's come together. That's when what's everybody's inside will come out. And then people will have the confidence, like to talk. So the best way to identify the problem is within your society, within your community. You have to come together. You have to organize events, gatherings. Let me say even not big ones, like maybe village level, district level, or maybe youth level. So as a young people, we can organize youth events where we can also invite all the people to come, where we can invite teachers, women groups, intellectuals, religious groups. Everyone can come and also join us. So in that way, we can say, okay, what are the pressing issues in our society? What's happening? How can we change? How can we raise this to the higher levels? Like, how can we take this issue more seriously? How can we take this issue to the government level and everyone? So the best way that has been utilized by my community is just like to have community gatherings all the time, to talk to the people, and also to maybe open what we can say social media campaigns is also another good opportunity even for the young people. And then a lot of people will join there, and then you will talk about the key issues, like in the spotlight at that moment. So you have to organize events and also campaigns, probably in the social media. That's where you can find out what's happening within your community or maybe within your society. Another level, those who have no access to digital world or internet, you can organize community gatherings and also, invite all the intellectuals and different members among the community to come and talk what's happening in your community. Thank you.
Yep, perfect. I can imagine what you are trying to say. Hopefully the audience also get this point. Thank you so much, Mr. Abdul Qadir. The following question from that you mentioned before is also mentioned by Nanang Yudiana. I think Nanang from Indonesia. Hi Nanang, such a pleasure to see your questions here. Nanang say that we already maybe understand the problems. We are talking with the community and so on, so on. We maybe set up the goals out there, but the problems is, what if we already have willing to become the agent of change, but our environment not support us, not supporting our change. Like how we mitigate those things. Like maybe the second question of this is maybe how we can invite our friend, our people to join our initiative. I think those two questions, like from me and Nana, to follow up this story. Please, Mr. Abdul Qadir.
All right. Hello. Yeah, thank you. Hello.
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah, thank you. These are two questions. Actually, we all know like there is a challenge everywhere, but we have to take the challenge as part of the journey, as part of the process, as part of what we want to change. And then we have to accept the challenge in a positive way, not a negative way. In this one, it will help us have clear mindset on what we want to change, actually. And also, the community, we have to mobilize the community. We have to, I know sometimes it's quite difficult to change how things are going on, how things has been for a long period of time. But I'm gonna say the change will come on slowly, because, for example, if someone says like there is this problem, and then I have to change today. There's this problem, and I have to change tonight. It cannot happen, because this is the reason why we are saying change cannot come on overnight. So the change goes through a lot of processes. There should be a lot of refusal. There should be a lot of setbacks, all these kind of things. But you have to change all this as a positive as you go on your journey of change. And finally, if you repeat the issue to the community, if you share with the community, if you organize a lot of events, if you just talk about the reliable issues that will help you change your issue, I think you will finally achieve. So the other question, I think, relating to the is it relating to the environment? Sorry.
Sorry.
It was the question. Yeah.
This question is how we can invite our people or our friends to join in our initiative. You got this point.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, of course. Yeah. We have to tell them that for example, if you want to change something, say, okay, yeah, this is very good for us. We have to persuade. So this is why we need to be more influential. This is why we need to be a catalyst of change, or maybe a catalyst. So you have to, for example, if the community even doesn't accept your topic, or maybe what you want to change, there is a community members that can be accepted by the community itself. In our community, if I also go back to our Somali community, as you all know, Somalia is 100% Muslim country. And if you want to take things more seriously, we always bring on board to the sheikhs, to the religious groups, to the madrasa teachers, to all these, because, and then, these are very well respected among our society. So everything that has been involved with the religious groups, the community will accept, because they all know that they will not lead on to something very bad. They will always be ready for something that will help the community to aspire, to thrive, to get out of the problem. So even the government, if something involved by the religious groups, they accept it. The initiatives that we want to take more seriously, we always involve into these religious groups, into highly influential people that can help you influence these people, and also to make them get on board on what you want to change. Yeah. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you so much, Mr. Abdul Qadir, for your answer. It gives us another perspective how to invite people to join our initiatives. Then maybe I will give opportunity to the audience that want to raise hand and ask directly to Mr. Abdul Qadir. Anyone here want to talk with Mr. Abdul Qadir? You can ask by raise hand. I hope there is one or two people asking to Mr. Abdul Qadir here. Maybe one of SANDINATION Youth Ambassador. Do you want to talk with Mr. Abdul Qadir? I see Mr. Johannes Eric is open his camera. Do you interest to talk or give a question to Mr. Abdul Qadir, Mr. Johannes? Okay, I invite you to unmute your microphone.
Thank you. Is
Yep.
Perfect enough for it's good.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes.
Okay. Okay, perfect. So you don't have any question, Mr. Johannes, but happy to see you here. And I invite to other people, other participants to open their camera also. And then I will continue this discussion by asking maybe this like a critical question that sometimes when we are jumping to the social change, we have like two side of mindset. The one is the capitalist one, the second was in the socialist one. Of course, if we come to the change, we must be more interested in the socialist one. What do you think? Maybe sometimes when we are jumping to this change, we try to solve certain of problems. There is insight which one that I should interest in the profit or in the social impact. How do you balance this? So your change is sustainable. How do you tackle this, or maybe any other story to solve this kind of similar problems? Mr. Abdul Qadir, please. Yep. Hello, Mr. Abdul Qadir. Can you hear me?
Sorry, Nanda. Yeah, you
Yeah.
were breaking. Can you say it again? Sorry, I
Okay.
missed your question.
Yeah. My question is how we can tackle about the socialist one and the capitalist one. Sometimes when we are jumping to these activities, we have to choose the social or the profit or the capitalist purpose. How we can balance these things so our chance is sustainable. How you handle this interest, please.
Yeah, this is also another very great question. Actually, yeah, the socialism and the capitalism, ideas, has been going on for a long period of time, and I think tackling this idea is really is something that is surrounding with a lot of debate. Is actually if it is because this is socialism and capitalism, we all know like they all need to have to be made a lot of what we say thoughtful analysis. There should be like we have to organize maybe open dialogues and also clear understanding on this both the both systems, because um, we can also have a clear idea on this if you have education, if you have very strong education, also understanding on what socialism and capitalism is all about. And also open dialogues and constructive debates will also help us engage in a respectful way and a constructive conversations with individuals who hold different views, because I'm sure people have different ideas and views on these two issues. It will also help, the dialogues will also help create spaces for open conversation where ideas can be shared, and also maybe where also people can also challenge at some point, and also help bring more active listening to both sides, because for the two groups who have different ideas. And also we have to respect the values and also ideas of everybody. We cannot say like your idea or your view is strong, or we have to respect everybody's opinions. So I think in this way we can tackle the ideas and the long standing debates on socialist and capitalist. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you, Mr. Abdul Qadir. This is also a suggestions maybe for the Sandy Nation. In the next future, near or in the long future, maybe we can organize and even talking about how the social change. Then another topic, another rohani is the socialist versus capitalist. I think this the interesting thing. Like maybe Mr. Abdul Qadir also can be the one of the speakers at there. So maybe this is my final questions to Mr. Abdul Qadir. But yeah, I see someone opening the camera and the previous one saw raise hand, but currently lower hand again. Anyone to talk as a final questions here, please? Anyone? I saw before someone raising their hand and suddenly lower again. Okay, so this is my final question. Yeah, Aldila, you yes, please, you can have this question. Can you please open your camera and audio, Aldila? Yep, you are visible.
Okay, thank you, Sir Nanda Jabbar. So hello, Sir Abdul Kabir Mohammed. So I want to ask about agent of change, because we know that in my country there are a similar agent of change which we have a same interest, and how you can tackle if you have a similar a similar agent, which I don't know, it can be called competition, or do you want to collaborate with them? And the second question is, what the biggest challenge of you face as being an agent of change, and what inspired you the most of being agent of change. That's it. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you so much, Adila, for the questions. Mr. Abdul, the time is yours.
Yeah, thank you. I was just noting down the question. Thank you. Yeah, these are really very good questions. Yeah, actually, sometimes it's very good to have someone with the same mind, with the same idea. I'm sure in one way it can be like a very quite competitive, but it's very good positive, because if you have two agents of change in the same maybe village, in the same district, that will be very beneficial to the community, because you know, like these two people will change what maybe one person was planning to change something, but now we have got two people, which is extra advantage. So actually, I would want to say you have to identify the issues that you want to change together, because agent of change, another agent of change, same minded. Maybe sometimes you two are two agents of change, but you have maybe advocated for two different reasons. Maybe this person wants to change something, but this person wants to change. But at the end of the day, you two are changing, you are contributing to the positivity of the community, finally. Because I'm sure that person has identified what he's going to change, something very important for the community, and as well yourself. So, but you have to harmonize, you have to come together, you have to share ideas. Maybe sometimes it's very good to have the connection where you can say, okay, how did you overcome the challenges? You can share with you the learning, the experiences, and then in this way, it will help you achieve your goal. It will help you change your maybe change what you were planning to do. So I'm not going to say it's quite competitive, but it's very good and it's positive for the community. But it's good to come together and also share experiences, share how you want to change. Maybe it will help. It will also help you to identify where you want to be connected with your objectives, where you want to go for what you want to change. For example, if he's using a platform where that you don't aware, it will also be beneficial for you to use the same channel. Or maybe you can say, let's come together. Let's first prioritize this change, and then let's also come up with the other change that will also help you, the two of you, to be connected. And also, Aidila, sorry if I can't pronounce your name well. The second question, which was the challenge. I think it was, yeah, what is the biggest challenge that you overcome? I think that is the question. Yeah, right? If I'm not wrong. Yes, we said like everybody has went through a lot of challenges. There is no smooth way. And then if you want to be an agent of change, you have to be ready for a lot of challenges, especially in some of the worst affected places by the crisis, like our country, where we have been affected by piracies, terrorism, hunger, famine, droughts, conflicts all the time. As a young people, we would not have the opportunity to grow in a very good family. So we have went through a lot of trauma. We have went through a lot of problems, but finally we took all these challenges as part of our processes, as a positivity. So later on, it gave us the resilience, and also it gave us the adaptability to change what we want to change. And also, some of the challenges I still remember was that I was being imprisoned, I was being jailed, I was almost being killed for advocating the rights of the young people. Because for us, in a very fragile country, it's not very easy to be a youth activist. It's not very easy to be an agent of change. So even sometimes people will not be aware of what you're talking about. Even people will see like you are bringing ideas of Western to your country. They say like maybe this Western ideology this guy is going to bring to our country. And as a Muslim community, we take the religion very seriously. But there are people who are using the religion in a wrong way, in a very bad way, in another way. So they say like, okay, yeah, activism, all these kind of ideas, they think like something from the Western countries. So I went almost a lot of challenges that I was almost close to lose my life. I can say that was the biggest challenge I've ever gone through, to be an agent of change, to advocate for the rights of my young people, of my colleagues, of my brothers and sisters in the same country. So this was my biggest challenge. Yeah, thank you.
Yep. Hopefully the answer from Mr. Abdul Qadir answer your questions, Aldelia. And thank you so much for opening your camera and ask great questions for Mr. Abdul Qadir. And those questions will be the last questions for Mr. Abdul Qadir. And to close this session, I will let Mr. Abdul Qadir, if you want to give us a reminder, one or two sentence to close these questions. To we have to confidence to be the agent of change and so on. So on. I think you can put the last message for us to close this session, please.
Yeah, of course. I would say everybody can be an agent of change, because we need to have clear goals. Because we said like, if you don't have goals, you cannot achieve. So being an agent of change, you have to set clear goals, and then your goals should be achievable, and you have to take challenges and obstacles as part of the process of change, because there is no progress without a challenge. There is no progress without a setback. There is no progress without a problem, let me say. So you have to be ready for challenges. You have to be ready for unaccepted. You have to be ready for a lot of challenge on your way. So, but in another way, you have to take these challenges as positivity, and you have to have a clear mindset on what you want to achieve. And I want to repeat it again, saying change cannot come on overnight. Change comes in a slow, or maybe step by step. So that's what I wanted to say. Thanks so much for having me here.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Abdul Qadir. And anyone, the participant, please give applause and emoticon reaction to Mr. Abdul Qadir, or in the chat. We have a really, really pleasure to have you here. And I don't want to talk anymore again. I just want to repeat the last mention by Mr. Abdul Qadir is the change cannot come overnight. The change is, there is a process out there. So I think those a great sentence from you, Mr. Abdul Qadir. And to close this session with Mr. Abdul Qadir, I invite you guys to take a picture. So please turn on your camera, and the host and the operator, please also help us to take the picture with Mr. Abdul Qadir, so we can memorize that we have talked and questioning to Mr. Abdul Qadir in this today's session. Okay, I see someone opening camera, and why you not opening camera during the session? It will be more beautiful if we can see you during the session, guys. Okay, I think enough, and I will wait from little bit of seconds. So anyone that you want to turn on your camera, we can see here and take the picture. Okay, that's great. Okay, the last one. Okay, we will have twice screenshot or taking a photo using our computer. And the operator, I need your help to do it. And 3, 2, 1, go. Again, 3, 2, 1, go. One bonus. 3, 2, 1. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, anyone. And again, thank you, Mr. Abdul Qadir, for your time, effort, and time sharing to us in this event. So we come to the end of the session. Thank you to all of our speakers for sharing their valuable insight and experience with us today. Your contributions have made this conference a great success. Also, I would like to thank you, all of our attendees, for their active participation and engagement throughout the event. Your questions, comments, reactions have helped to make this truly a great conference in a virtual way. As we come to a close, I want to encourage everyone to continue the conversation and stay connected with one another. Let's keep working towards our shared goal of creating positive change in the world. Thanks for the opportunities and have a great day. See you. Goodbye. Nanda Jabar, SANDINATION Youth Ambassador 2023. Bye-bye. See you in the next time.